Hi class, we're back with more shiny things, and this time we did copper or brass. You can handle them both the same way. Depending on the age of the copper, it might need a little bit more green to it if it has more of a patina or an aged look to it. But I'm going to kind of talk with you about how I did this using my reference image that I took from my setup around the corner that you've seen before. So this is unit 2 and this is assignment number 2 for how to treat copper or bronze. These are the colors I'm going to be using, and I'm going to be using my crayons so that you guys can get an idea of what a color application would look like with a drawing material.
Focusing on are the different colors and the shapes that they create. So I've got my image on my iPad here, and I'm focusing on the different shapes of each of the different colors. I'm erasing my pencil lines in areas that I know are going to be bright, like yellow, so that they don't interfere with the color application.
Okay, I've got my sketch set up and I've kind of started. I tried to film it while it was in my lap, but that just wasn't working out very well. So these are the colors that I'm using. I'm using kind of a gold, like an orange gold, a peach, brown, yellow, an ochre, a red ochre, and two different types of olive green that are different variants of olive green. So what I'm focusing on is I am focusing on the different stripes of color that are in my image. So I'm starting out over here and I'm doing this dark stripe and then the stripe next to it, and the stripe next to it. And the entire time I'm aware of that I need to have these stripes done before I reach the middle of my object. So that's how we're going to get the reflection and make it look like copper. We're also going to make sure that we avoid any areas that are supposed to stay white. Alright, so that's how we're getting started. I'm going to pause this for a minute and do some blending. Okay, so far I realized once I got it all drawn out that I had gotten very close to the bottom. I definitely would never recommend that if you were drawing a still life object, but these are basically kind of studies. It's not meant to be a finished work, so these are kind of practices. So I've got all my various bits lined out. I'm going to work some on my background, and the last thing I'm going to do is take care of any edges that have gotten kind of large and out of control. And I need to bring this, you can see here's my pencil line for this edge right here. I need to bring that out a little bit. And I'm just going to kind of work on making sure that my container is the size it needs to be by putting my background on it. And then I'm going to spray it with some workable fixative. This is that crayon, and you can do that. You could do the same thing if you were using colored pencil. You might be able to spray it and be able to work on top of it and get some fresh sharpness to your lines. If you were using paint or watercolors, this kind of the same color process would be your plan. You would want to work in various stripes of color, looking at the different shapes and contours that are created by the different colors of stripes that the metal object is picking up in the room. So because I was using a brass object, then or kind of a coppery colored object, then most of my colors are going to lean into that warm range. They're going to be my oranges, my warm reddish browns, even some olive greens are going to be used.